Her slit-like eyes open to the max, just barely revealing those fearful pupils of hers, like piss holes in the snow. Her breathing became laboured, and her ample breast pounded and hardened in a similar way, I thought, to the way she would react at the moment of entry if I was between her legs with my ever-increasing hard-on. Then suddenly, a massive silhouette appeared against the tent. A huge, furry specimen. Could this be Bigfoot, I thought? Well, what they say about big feet must be true, because this thing stood to attention the size of Brian Jax's arm. Fuck me, I whispered to myself, licking my dry lips. That's going to hurt. He looked at me in a petrified manner. Could I allow this poor little savage creature to be ripped asunder by this beast? Yes, I thought, fuck her. Then my dormant conscience kicked in. Blessed, you're an Englishman! And it was then that I remembered I was known in the theatrical world as having by far the largest mouth around. For example, once whilst doing a kissing scene with Flick Kendall at the Old Vic, she slipped off my lips and disappeared down my mouth. I thought to myself, if I can take Kendall's head, I can take this beastly Sasquatch. I opened wide and prepared myself. I prepared to fillet the beast. I've stopped. And I'll tell you why I've stopped. To this day, I've never been able to put pen to paper to what happened next. My hand shakes too vigorously. But I'll see if I can muster the courage now to tell you. John Gielgud and Laurence Olivier taught me some breathing techniques, which allowed me, with my mouth stretched as wide and open as I possibly could manage, to grip the bill end of the fierce creature. And I sucked harder than I'd ever sucked on anything before in my life. Within minutes, possibly seconds, a yellow pus, like an ocean, streamed into my throat. My sinuses could not take it. My ears were pulsating, my nose dripping with the slime. But I managed, oh yes, because of my big lungs and my large midriff. I managed to take it all, take it down. But do you think that this hideous Yeti was satisfied? Oh, God save me, I wish it were. Within seconds, it flipped me over. There I was, on all fours. This creature did not need to remove my clothing or my sleeping bag. The power of its stiff woody thrust so vigorously and hard with its gnashing teeth in its jack's eye and impaled me. But I have to say, after several minutes of screeching and screaming and writhing in absolute agony, It wasn't entirely unpleasant. After that, I can remember nothing other than this. Zing Zing stroked my head with her chamois hand. And I went crawling, hands and knees in agony, to the opening of the tent. And there in the distance, there was the creature. And I can swear to you, to this day, that I'm sure it turned around and gave me a wink. The rest of the party were killed in the furious and devastating storm, but Zing Zing and I survived. The small rations we had kept Zing Zing going, but obviously I was filled with protein and nourishment. It lasted a month, and we got back to base camp. Thank you very much. I'm Brian Blessed. Good night.